everyone. These are all the things that I have learned at the age of 19, and I was waiting for the longest time to make this. Uh, so these are the 19 things that I've learned by 19. So these are all the things that I kind of feel like that I personally learned throughout this year. Um, I'm still 19, making this video on 3rd of January 2024. And by the time it will come. Maybe I'll post it on my birthday. Now, I made a list here. I've written a lot of things according to that I felt like that I've learned. These are like lessons. It says life lessons I learned at 19. And I like to just go now. I like to move it very quickly. So the first thing I'd say is that learn to ideally communicate, learn the right way to communicate. No hints, no taunts, just the right way. Believe it saves a lot of time and energy of both the things. No ghosting, no anything. It's just so even if the other person does, you should love the speed. I personally do that, and I don't know. I think communication is the key. From your point of view, even in your work organization or anything else, anything that happens, communication is the key. So, and now it comes in a lot of ways. Know to right, know to ask the right question, stand for yourself, and many more. Second has to be learn detachment. I'm a kind of person who herself I suffer from the attachment. It's so hard for me to just now let it go. After something has happened, after I'm not connected, I'm still learning. I won't say that I have mastered it, but yeah, but I can now let it go. And these are things very normal. Um you're gonna miss that, or you can feel bad about it, but it will happen eventually. The third is that I'd like to say this in Hindi, that भले होने के चक्कर में बेवकूफ मत बने. Be befooled because of your kindness, I'd say. Fourth one, I'd say, I thought draw boundaries near your near your surroundings, whether it's anything, your kindness, your inner child. Just don't give that remote of your happiness to somebody else. Okay, you can switch it on, switch it off, switch it on, switch it off. No, don't give it that. Don't. And I think I have mastered this thing now. Until unless it's love, I think you can control this thing. You can control this thing, and having the power and ability to control your emotion, control your mind, I think that's the biggest power you can have. Number fifth, I'd say you can never have it all. I think this is so movies play, I think, a major roles. They kind of create this fake image of everything, oh, you're 19, do this, do that. Your life would be as of what kind of life you're living. It depends on a lot of things: your financial status, your psychological behavior. Are you doing good or not? That matters a lot. You could be just surrounded with people but still not want to go. You could be lonely and not have people around you. I think it's different for everybody. So don't compare, and it's okay. It's absolutely okay to not have it all. Maybe you want to now focus on your studies to have a better life in future, and it doesn't make you any less cool. Priorities could be different for different people. They're always different, right? So it's okay that if you can't have it all, and usually that's what life is. Being practical, you can't have it all. It's not just any Bollywood movie or Ye Jawani Hai Diwani. Life is harsh for a lot of people. And one should understand that this very well. Like, it's okay. I think list goes long way. Now, I'd say listen to your body and care about it because your body is your biggest asset. I think I like to put light on this that, as well, a lot of, people are passing out. They're dying basically at a very young age. So, and like, that's usually because of the health issues they have. So I like you to just take care of your body, listen to your body, okay? Don't push yourself, like, it's okay, push yourself to a limit that is like okay for your body, right? But okay, good care of your body. This is what I did. Like, I was like sleeping 4 hours a day, and I later had the consequences. So like, if you don't give like the rest that your body needs, it'll eventually find a way. You'll get sick. You will have it. Your God will give you the thing. Or like, if you don't believe in God, I'd say that your body will eventually show reasons, or like, you'll get. That's why they say, right? Get proper sleep, do have a proper diet, have a proper routine and regime, and follow back rigidly. Like, take care of your body. It's important. Like, whatever you put in, you work out, all are interconnected. And if you take good care of your body, you'll have a good mindset, and you'll have a good thinking ability, and like, you would be like so free from anything else, because they also say that everything becomes so important when you lie on a bed. So like, while you're lying, you just take care, like, oh, that was important. And unless you're not in bed, you don't realize that, like, all those stuff. So everything becomes important once you're in bed. So like, be grateful for this body you have, and please take good care of it. Now, I'd say go out and explore. Please, 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 please. Your age is not gonna come back. I have wasted a lot of time on just, selling my time for money, and realizing that later you realize that, okay, you know what? Money is fine, money is important, but your time won't come. And I think a lot of time we fail to realize this thing that, life is not same for everybody. You may work very hard, but there are a lot of people who work very hard. They try so much, and still they don't get that. Like, for example, a person called X. He tried, his whole life to become rich, and like, his business just failed. And until the time, he reached success, or he got everything, the time that he could actually enjoy and utilize that money for his like happiness has already passed. So just go out, explore, meet new people, make friends, make memories, live your life, live, laugh, and love. Just do it, because time is not gonna come back, and you're definitely gonna regret that. Oh my God, I just sold my hours, my life for a certain amount. Like, I was selling, I think, for like like whatever you're getting paid for an hour. So that's how you're selling your hours of life. And your hours are fixed. You do 24 hours, in which at least 7 to 8 hours are like generally for sleeping. So like, even if you like calculate, you have like 12 hours, like, you have no control of. That includes everything like sleeping, eating, and like washing and bathing and all the stuff, like your daily stuff. So you will have 12 hours. If you travel, you could see the whole thing. So yeah. On the number 8, I'd say adulting is scary. It's very scary, because you just get out of a world where it was very normal. It was very like the traditional way. People were not as demeaning or like as scary as it might sound, or money wasn't everything. You were living for like happiness, or like thing by thing. Okay, you want this thing, I want this that thing. It could be anything, like, academic score, a particular goal. But in adulting, there's no asked thing. I mean, your life gets really sober you do task repetitively, I think, and that kind of scares the shit out of somebody. Like, for of course, just a child was just come up. So like, coming out of the age, it's scary and it's normal. Everyone feels the same, and it can be, different to different people. And also, because adulting includes a lot of things, like it also includes a lot of sexual things. And so I like to say that I think that depends, like how comfortable you are in that. So yeah, it's difficult. I think it comes with a lot of responsibilities, and like the responsibility to commit to your duties, to come back, to have all. You just can't escape now. So it's adulting is scary and it's normal. I like to just make a whole podcast on this thing, like separately, and on which I like talk about each topic very like briefly. What did I meant by it? And I hope I get the time. I'm free by tomorrow. I'll try making one. On number 9, we have trust your gut feeling. I kid you not, your subconscious already knows what's right or what's wrong for you. Whenever I try to go out of my gut feeling, it always, I just always have a setback. It kind of make me realize that, what, I told you, but you certainly did the same. So now you have you have to face the consequences. And somehow my subconscious already know that what will be the consequences, and I still do that and I fail. So it happens, right? So just trust your gut feeling. If your, gut is saying no to something, and, just feeling not doing it, you should not do it. Trust me, you're going to regret it later. And, the gut feeling usually comes here on like trusting somebody, a new relationship, a workplace, or, the food choices, or maybe, just going on a trip or anything like that. Okay, it's a very close friend of mine. No, not a close friend. I met somebody this year, so he told me this thing. It's very good to say. It's like very good to be safe than to be sorry. So, be safe rather than being sorry. So just trust your gut feeling. Don't ignore it. It's always right. Always, always, always. The 10th I have, just shut the fuck up. Don't overshare. I have made this mistake. I literally, overshare. I was like literally used to be the person like was just like looked at everything about my life. Okay, this happened, after that this happened, like acting cool and like just telling the whole thing. At like, okay, I had this girl. I had this so I had this like friend who was not actually a friend. So I told her everything about my life, and later she used it against me. So this happens. This is life. This is how people are. So don't overshare. When you overshare, you give your weakness to the other person. Trust me, you don't need to tell about your past. You don't need to tell about, what happened with me, what happened on the last job. People are evaluating you on the basis of the words that you're speaking. Trust me, they're judging you every moment. They are judging you by every word you say. They're judging you by what you did in the past, and they always make this image of yours because you're representing yourself in that. So don't overshare. Just shut the fuck up. Why do you have to tell everything about your past relationship? Oh, my boyfriend did that. Blah, blah, blah. Don't do that. It's so like like hard to be. So her just like, okay, just don't. And at least in the initial phases, at least in the beginning, don't say a word about your personal life. Trust me. And you will eventually realize that, what, you only are the one telling the whole story. The other one is not telling a single word about the story. Don't believe them too. You're not gonna tell them, right? This, it's between you and me. That never happens. At least at your workplace. Coming from, experiences. So yeah. Now, I think it's very important. Just shut the fuck up. Don't say a word. Don't overshare. You need to just not tell everyone what happened. What has happened. You don't need to tell everyone whatsoever led you here. Trust me, they use it against you on the right time. People are not that nice. People are not that kind as you think of them, and you always perceive the other person as an image of your, like, as a pure. So I always was like, the stupid kid would overshare, would, and if somebody also, like, I like to say this thing, if somebody is, doing telling you the other person's story, they will also tell your story to that other person, and like somewhere to the other. So this, beware, and do not talk bad about something and anything like that, because I think we have faced this in school, but sometimes we tend to forget people, and we just mistaken the kindness. I don't know, like, how much I need to brief on this. Let's move on. On number 11th, I have, you can be sad about a decision that you made, that your mind knows it is wrong, but your heart weeps as of now because you don't have any options. I write this so briefly, and this means exactly what you understand, that, like, okay, you have taken a decision now. It was not right. You have made the right decision, but you're now feeling sad about it because you now don't have like so many options left, or as of now you think you're so lonely that there is no going back, or like you're missing the part that you already had. So, like, there's like it's okay to miss. That's the part of evolving. That's the part of coming out of the whole scenario, or just understand this thing. These are just emotions, and truth hurts for a while. So, but the lie would have the consequences like for forever. So it's better that while you're moving on, it's okay to feel bad, because we're just kids. How old are you? 19 years, like 17 years I've spent in school. How can like learn to like just quickly evaluate everything, like evaluate emotions? It's absolutely okay. I had the I had my moments where I felt like maybe I should have, moments where I felt like I should have said sorry, or maybe I could have taken the control over, but somewhere deep down I knew it that I was right. So why should I have taken that step forward to just do their ego higher and all that stuff? So it's okay to kind of just process emotions, or like feel bad about something that you haven't actually done just because you're kind. So yeah. um on number 12th, we have, do it as if your life depends on it. So, like, I wrote this thing like, in life, you don't get second chances, or maybe if it is meant to be, it will come. That doesn't happen usually. Like, opportunities don't knock on your door twice, and maturity comes from bad experiences. So, just like, if you want to do something, just do it as if you die after this. Just do that. Have so much compassion while doing something. Um, that just do it with complete compassion, or just don't give it all. Like, if you feel like it's not worth it, don't give it like a damn about it. But if you feel like what, it's worth taking the risk, anything it could be, any career, or any I'd say I'd say anything, like And we have parents are important or your loved ones are important. Trust me, the time is not gonna come back, and you have limited time with everyone you see. The problem is that we think you have time, but in reality we don't. So it could be anything. But it's not like that. Just spend your time with them. Appreciate the time you have with them. On number 14th, we have time passes no matter what you're going through. So you may feel like no matter what you're going through, it will pass. You may feel like, until the lowest point, and like, oh my God, this is the end of the world. Trust me, it's not. Life doesn't end. They say, very speaking like a very Instagram thing. The life doesn't end when you fail an exam, you fail an interview, anything. Just it will lead you somewhere. You are meant to be somewhere and not somewhere. So manage to think. And time passes, no matter what you're going through, good, bad, anything, it will pass eventually. 15th. This is my favorite. Love is a beautiful thing. Beautiful. But I mean it with the word beautiful. And yet so evil. You can't be trusted in this world with love. And they're scary. And I read this quote somewhere that, when you have nothing or have nothing, when somebody loves you, but you have everything, you don't know who to trust. So nowadays, you don't know who to trust really. People are just playing games. So if you have it, you're honestly the most lucky person. If you don't have it, don't chase. Don't settle for less. And just wait for the right moment. And, just learn to love yourself, I definitely say. And yeah, moving on, we have this is again, like, I appreciate it. Just don't buy something to just fit into this invisible reality. Don't let the peer pressure put, affect your decisions and all. So it's important. A lot of times you're just, like going to a cafe or going to going somewhere to just post pictures or like this invisible reality, and everything is feeling left out, FOMO and all. So this thing as well, that hopeless romantic means hopelessly, like helplessly, I'd say, helplessly unrealistic. Hopeless romantic is equals to helplessly unrealistic. I like to say that. In the teens, we have no one cares, and yes, no one cares. You can feel like teens, we have you're replaceable. Trust me, as you're replaceable, and you're just like out of the world. I wrote this thing. I like to highlight that. It goes like, you're nothing but a widespread species of primate out of 8.7 million species on this earth. So lose your ego. Your ego and be humble. Trust me. You are not as of the thing that you think. Just understand this thing. Don't go like so high. 19th, the last and but not the least, of course, is that love yourself, prioritize yourself, because literally no one is coming to save you. And no one is coming to you like, oh my God, I'm going to help you out. I'm going to show you, the life is. No one. I repeat that, no one. And also, I think the list goes a long way, but this is quite a lot, like quite everything. I also say that learn to stand up for yourself. I read this somewhere in the book. It says that, you should be peaceful and content. You should be peaceful, content, but you should also be, capable of the violence to defend yourself. Anything verbal to do the physical. At least, you should stand up for yourself. You should know how to speak for yourself. You should know where to not just just stay silent and then regret it. And if you overthink, wow, you have just won a lottery of emotions. You're just gonna go through it. It's not gonna help. And this is it for everything. I think I've still a lot to learn, and I'd like to say that don't compare the things that I have learned or I have said to yours. And I'm kind of emotional too because this is going to be a bit farewell of the teens. They taught me so many things, and I'm kind of sad too because I might not be able to just spend few more things with myself because I'll be working on my birthday too. So yeah, this is it. Thank you so much for watching, and dear future self, I hope you're happy. I hope you're, I'm just so grateful for everything. I'm just so grateful for everything that has happened, and I think all of that has led me to where I am right now. So yeah. Bye. I'll tell you a very beautiful and creepy incident related to it. Um, on number शर्माई ऐसे मत देखो. Plus 20 per year. 19 things that I've learned by 19. This scary. And I read this quote somewhere that, when you have nothing. So sorry. It bruised you. He was like that. Oh, you get teared up. I'm so sorry.